But Harvard, in their spring poll this year on the mood and sentiment of young people, basically they said that in finding 4 out of 10 young people, people under the age of 30, are barely getting by financially. Only 16% say that they're doing well. Less than half feel that they have a sense of community. Only 15% believe that the country's heading in the right direction, and fewer than a third approve of Donald Trump or the Democratic Party or the Republican Party or the MAGA Republican Party, whichever one of the three you want to look at. And so there's extreme pessimism, and similarly with respect to the Harvard poll, I mean, the Yale poll, Harvard and Yale don't agree on much, but the things that voters that are under the age of 30 feel like they're more pro immigration, they're more supportive and see why Ukraine is fighting for themselves. They see all these things that are happening where there should be opportunities for inclusion, there should be opportunities for growth, there should be opportunities for making an inclusive, positive, fruitful future. And right now, that shit ain't happening. Excuse my profanity. I'm gonna interweave a little bit of profanity today because this is real, and I think about this from the vantage point of being a father myself. Jamel would have been 26 this year, and Xavier, my other son, is 27. They're in this age group. What we, those of us who are Gen X, what we grew up in, the world we grew up in, gave us much better ability to see a future. Our economic, our political structures, job opportunities, technology having a place, but not having an overbearance. We felt that we had something we could do. Well, right now we don't. The younger people don't feel that the same opportunities exist for them as they did for us coming into the early 1990s. Well, if you're with one of the impact funds or one of the foundations or one of the charitable trusts, one of the groups, or you're even private business and you're looking at your impact investing and you want to say, well, how can I get and work with something that can create a vehicle that can give hope to people, that can give people a path to see that if they come in and want to get financial support to start a business or invest in an idea, that we're not just going to look at them through some sort of cookie cutter approach from the 1990s. We're not going to look at them and treat them the same way that Daredevil got treated in Marvel's Daredevil Born Again. Yes, I'm a Marvel stan, even though I did cancel my subscription because of what they did to Jimmy Kimmel, one of the 1.7 million plus who did. That's a lot of money that we took out of their pocket. But when Daredevil went to the bank to get a loan, now remember, Daredevil was a superhero. He couldn't get a loan because his business was considered risky. Well, that's what's happening with a lot of the young people that say, I don't want to necessarily try to find a 9 to 5. I'm not interested in taking one of the jobs that the MAGA folks say that immigrants are taking and keeping away from me. That's not the kind of work I want to do. So, where are my opportunities? Well, starting a business and becoming a business owner could be a good fit, but when getting them in, especially if they're a young person of color, getting them in, getting them through the process, getting them prepared, not only to look at the full range of tangibles that impact how they came to be start this business and need assistance to grow to the next step. If we don't have structures that could take a look at the holistic person look at different factors for deciding who gets approved for lending, and then the support mechanisms to help them achieve a sustainable business, we're going to continue the depression of hope and future for the young people, which leads to not feeling a need to invest in things like trying to start a family, like becoming a homeowner, really digging in and trying to take certain positions in life.